Today we're going to talk about one of the most fascinating and legendary figures in pirate history, someone who defied the odds, amassed vast wealth and left a legacy that still echoes through history, the richest pirate in history, a woman known as Ching Shih, or more commonly Ching Shih. Ching Shih was a Chinese pirate who terrorized the seas in the early 19th century, and her story is one that is filled with adventure, power and a remarkable rise to dominance. She wasn't just a pirate, she was the leader of one of the largest and most organized pirate fleets in history, and she achieved her fortune and influence in a way that very few could imagine. So, how did she rise to become the richest pirate in history, and why does her legacy remain so significant today? Let's start with Ching Shih's early life. She was born in 1775 in Guangdong province, China, to a poor family. Like many women of her time, her future looked rather bleak, but fate had other plans. When she was around 15 years old, she was captured by pirates. Instead of being made a captive, Ching Shih caught the attention of a notorious pirate captain named Ching Shih, who was so impressed by her beauty and sharp mind that he made her his wife. But this wasn't just a typical marriage. She became his equal, his partner, and ultimately his successor. After marrying Cheng Wen, Ching Shih was not content with just being a pirate's wife. She was determined to create an empire on the high seas, and that's exactly what she did. When Cheng Ai died in 1807, Ching Shih took control of his fleet. And that fleet wasn't small, it was huge, consisting of more than 300 ships and thousands of pirates. But instead of letting chaos reign, she introduced a strict code of laws and organization that made her pirate fleet one of the most powerful maritime forces of her time. Her pirate fleet, known as the Red Flag Fleet, was a highly organized and disciplined group unlike any pirate gang seen before. Ching Shih divided the fleet into different sections, each commanded by a different captain. These captains answered directly to her and followed a strict hierarchy. She even established a code of conduct for the pirates, which included rules like no pillaging of temples and no raping of women. These rules helped establish a sense of order in what was traditionally a chaotic and lawless world of piracy. Now, what made Ching Shih so unique as a pirate was her ability to combine ruthless military tactics with a business-minded approach. She wasn't just raiding for the sake of raiding, she was building an empire. Her fleet operated as a near-invincible force, dominating the waters off the coast of China, and even attacking British and Portuguese ships. But unlike many other pirates, she wasn't interested in making a quick fortune and disappearing. She wanted control, power, and influence, and she was willing to negotiate and make strategic alliances to maintain her position. Her wealth came from a combination of sources. She would raid coastal towns, seize merchant ships, and extort money from local communities. But she was also very skilled at striking deals with local governments. In fact, her ability to negotiate with the Chinese Qing dynasty government played a crucial role in her ability to maintain power. She didn't just attack ships and towns, she also collected protection money, and those who didn't comply would face her wrath. Her control over the Guangdong and Fujian regions of China meant that she had access to a steady flow of resources. Over time, she amassed a fortune that would make her the richest pirate in history. Ching Shih's fleet was a logistical marvel. Ships in the fleet were equipped with cannons, firearms, and swords, and they were also able to make quick and efficient raids on coastal towns. Her pirates were well trained in tactics and military strategy, and she used a variety of methods to maintain control. If a pirate in her fleet disobeyed her commands or violated her code of conduct, they were punished severely, often with death. Her success didn't go unnoticed, though. The Chinese government, alarmed by the growing power of her pirate fleet, sent military forces to defeat her. However, Ching Shih was not easily defeated. She evaded the Qing dynasty forces time and time again, employing tactics that kept her fleet one step ahead. She even managed to defeat the British Navy, who were sent to deal with her in 1809. an incredible feat considering the might of the British Empire at the time. But what makes Ching Shih's story even more fascinating is her eventual retirement. In 1810, after years of bloodshed and conquest, Ching Shih negotiated a deal with the Chinese government. In exchange for her surrender and the dissolution of her fleet, she was given amnesty, allowing her to retire peacefully. This is something that was nearly unheard of in pirate history. Most pirates met brutal ends either by hanging, execution, or being captured in battle. But Ching Shih's negotiation skills and strategic mind allowed her to retire with her wealth intact. What makes Ching Shih so remarkable is not just her wealth, but her ability to balance violence with diplomacy to create an empire from nothing, and to retire peacefully while still maintaining her power. She is a true example of someone who turned the world of piracy into an organized, strategic, and profitable venture. Her story challenges our traditional view of pirates as unorganized criminals. Ching Shih was a leader, a strategist, and a businesswoman who rose to the top and stayed there for nearly 2 decades. She is, without a doubt, one of the most fascinating and influential figures in pirate history. So in the end, Ching Shih's story is not just one of wealth and power, but also one of cunning, resilience, and negotiation. She was not only the richest pirate in history, but also one of the most successful and enduring figures in the world of piracy. Her story continues to inspire and intrigue people around the world, reminding us that even the most unlikely figures can shape history in ways that we never expected. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting stories from history.